Hi, this is Mike Mangini. It is June of 2013, and I have been in the studio on and off with Dream Theater for 4.5 months. Record's finished. I just came home from a lengthy clinic tour, and I wanted to explain some changes I made to my drum kit with my Zildjian Cymbals. Firstly, they all come from a musical perspective or from experience in developing how I play and how I sound with the band and also alone in the drum clinic setting. I went to a ping ride on my left, an A custom ping ride, and I have the Z3 on my right. I use them together in a lot of patterns, so I need both cymbals to have some definition, that really cuts through, but I want the cymbal on the left to have a lot of washiness as well, a la Bonham or Alex Van Halen when they ride and it goes shh, which you can get with the crash cymbal, but it's nice to be able to have that option with the rides. I made a change with my X hats because I do a lot of writing, as it were, on them for song parts, especially verses of songs. I put my new beats on the left because they're a little bit darker than the ZBTs. The ZBTs, I find, have more of a tack, kind of an attack, and that really helps me when I'm trying to get like a drum machine kind of effect or fast thing going. So I moved them to the right. Also, the new beats, since I hit them with my left hand, it's interesting because they pair up with my left foot, which plays the KZ 13-inch pair. So when I'm using my left side versus my right, I'm getting a sound that works for me in like a similar kind of thing, one with my left hand in my left ear and the other from my left foot in my right ear. I changed my China cymbals that are way up high. Now, I had gone with this Z319 a little while ago, and I left the A custom up on the left, but I switched the one on the left to a 21-inch Z3. I found that having the similar Chinas up high for similar purposes, I don't know, it worked for me. The 21-inch sounds like an exploding gong, so I use that for entrances of songs and like maybe the biggest part of every 3 songs or something. Like, I don't use it all the time, but when I really, really need it just to break everything in the sound spectrum, that's what I hit. It's come in really handy. Other than that, the other change I made was to the front crashes, which again, this is the ride source kind of thing. It's interesting, all these changes, how they have the same function for me. But I went with a medium A custom 16 there, and then a medium A custom 17 over here. To the ear, a thin cymbal explodes nicely to me. If I'm in a setting that has a lot more dynamics, I prefer a thin cymbal because I can hit it lightly and get a lot more out of it. But with a band where it's kind of, it's not, that doesn't lack dynamics, but there isn't much room for it, really. The cymbals have to go and you have to hear them ring. So a thicker cymbal will do that better, and it translates to the microphone that way. Most importantly, it did it in the studio, and it's been doing it live for me. So those are the major changes. And while I do ride stuff, that washy stuff on let's say choruses of songs or big bridges or something like that, well, either hand has a similar kind of sound depending on what the rest of my body's doing. So those are the major changes I made. Other than that, I still have my 5 Orientals, 12, 13, 14, 18, and 20, depending on the keyboard timbre and the frequency range. That's what makes me choose those. And I have some reso crashes now, far right, far left, and an array of splashes up here, so I can sound correct with the Dream Theater catalog. ZHT, Oriental Trash, and a K. So that's a lengthy explanation, but those are the changes I made, and that's why I made them. And it's working really well for me, so I'm thrilled. Other than that, see you on tour. Bye-bye.